off we go on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32.
The Lions have 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now they'll look to throw it with Lynch. Steps away. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd and a yard, Cousins eluding the pressure right. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lynch. It's caught. Beckham. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Swift. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Lynch with it on 3rd and goal. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point try now for Patterson. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. This ball complete to Thielen going across the middle. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Cousins. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Cousins to throw it. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. 4th down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have just figured we're this close, we may as well go for it. Or they had a plan right from the beginning coming into this game to be aggressive. In any event, it didn't work out for them.
After the interception, here's Lynch. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Now Lynch back into his end zone. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Now it's Lynch. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Alert! Alert! Roll!
Here's Lynch.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Two minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
Okay,
2nd and 10.
19. Dragon 60. 19 right.
Here's Lynch to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Cut 19. Cut 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Lynch to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And got his man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action now. Lynch. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss and just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Lynch now throwing on third. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Following the interception, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Unlock line! Unlock line!
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On second down and 4. Lynch, he's got Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Rolling to his right.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Now Lynch to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd down, Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down. And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 16, Lynch. Flush to his right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling it. His receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 31. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Third and short yardage. Cousins. Open man as Thielen is complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Cousins now to throw on first down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Tyron Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st and 10, Cousins. The ball comes out. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand,
Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Have the 60, have the 60.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the red zone now, here's Lynch on 1st down. Touchdown! From 13 yards out.
And the Lions have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Patterson now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The slot man in motion right.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Johnson, the man in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on 2nd down. Lynch. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Here's Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings use the short field to get in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they always sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Lynch. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Let's go.
Here we go. Lynch on fourth down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Throwing here, Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Minnesota, their strong September has carried over.
It's another one.